A very good morning and a warm welcome to our viewers. The Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series starts today. We're back at the beautiful BAYUEMAS Oval, and the stage is set for four teams to do battle. It is the home side, Malaysia versus Singapore today, and we also have Saudi Arabia versus Thailand coming up later this afternoon. So a day full of action-packed T20i thrillers coming your way from Malaysia and the BAYUEMAS Oval. Meanwhile, without further ado, we have my partner, Shaidur, who's out at the middle with the two captains for the coin toss. Let's see how that unfolds.
A very good morning, everyone. We are here for the first match in the Malaysia Open Quadrangular Series. So I'm here for the toss. I'm with both the captains here, Syed Aziz from Malaysia and Manpreet Singh from Singapore, alongside our match referee, Mr. Rakesh. So Malaysia will flip the coin and Singapore will call.
Heads.
Heads is the call, and it's tails. So Malaysia, you won the toss. What's your decision?
We would like to bat first.
Any reasons for that?
Nah, just I think we are good on batting first, in the previous games, and that's been our role of play. So we want to stick to the basics and try to do the same as what we do in the last games, and try to do better now.
And what's your preferred runs on this?
Definitely in excess of 180, but we will assess the pitch, once we get into the wicket and try to, go, overs by over and see how I end up.
Okay, good luck for the game.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Manpreet Singh. So, happy to bowl first.
Yeah, if I would have won the toss, I think I would have chosen ball first as well. So I'm happy with it.
So, you'll be a very happy captain. And tell me about your squad. I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of youngsters coming in. So, how's the thing?
I think, we have a quite young team this time. I think it's good exposure for the team. Back in the days, these boys have practiced a lot. I think these boys are come from the system, from under 16 and 19 from Singapore. I think they have played enough cricket. I think it's good exposure for them for playing, men's team, T20I. So yeah, I'm happy for these boys.
Wonderful. Good luck for the game.
Thank you so much.
So, the news from out here, Malaysia won the toss and they will be batting first.
So there we have it. Syed Aziz in Malaysia winning the toss, and Shaidur looking as fashionable as ever out of the toss. And our umpires for this big encounter between these two teams, a long-standing rivalry, a healthy rivalry in sports between Malaysia and Singapore. Adjudicating this match is umpire Kalidas and umpire Shivan. The towering figure, of course, Mr. Kalidas will start proceeding off. And Singapore and Manpreet Singh, they won't be too disappointed with this decision. And to talk a little bit more about this, I'd like to welcome back into the com box my partner for the day, Shaidur. Welcome. What do you make of the decision at the toss?
Well, thank you, Robert. A very good morning to everyone once again. Yes, Syed Aziz, he likes to bat early on. Interesting decision from him. Oh, that's a good start there. Wide, slightly wide outside the off stump. Yes, coming back, Syed Aziz, he's a very positive captain. So he believes in scoring early runs and putting the opposition under some pressure. Probably that's one of the reasons why he elected to bat first.
Yeah, and in terms of the surface, what did you think of it? You had a closer look.
But looks to be a
Nice
good
ball.
surface to bat on. Very solid. I think the ball will come very nicely onto the bat. Very little amount of grass, so it looks like a good batting wicket. So if you can spend some time out there, definitely batters can get some good runs. But it totally depends on the execution as well.
Absolutely, Syed Aziz and Ahmed Zubedi opening the innings for Malaysia, and they're off to a start. First runs off the bat, even on that previous shot. we'll get to. Even on that previous shot from Saeed Aziz, perhaps not quite off the middle of the bat, and we do know that there is a bit of dew early on the outfield at least. But so far in the first three deliveries, it's come through nicely off the surface. And well, so that decision to bat first seems to play in Malaysia's strengths at least, and get runs on the board. And well, Singapore, a little bit of something about Singapore. They're in a rebuilding phase. Good delivery so far from Daksh Pratap Singh, who's looking to angle it across Saeed Aziz, who's a left-hander, and Singapore, who I had the pleasure of seeing and meeting the skipper Manpreet Singh over in Hong Kong. Well, Saeed Aziz's career stats is not something you see too often. 414 matches, 11,000 plus runs. He's been phenomenal with the bat for Malaysia, as he likes to be aggressive inside the power play and wastes no time in the first over itself, using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball. A beautiful first for Saeed Aziz and Malaysia.
Yes, a wonderful looking shot there, played on the up. It was slightly foolish, and he took the advantage. Syed Aziz, very aggressive in nature, likes to play his shots, irrespective of the situation out there. So it will boost his confidence, finding the middle of the bat.
This time cuts it away. There is protection down a deep third.
Well, this is a good start here, especially Syed Aziz and Ahmed Zubaidi can be very dangerous on their day. Both have a career strike rate of over 140. That's very impressive for T20s. Recently,
Absolutely.
Ahmed Zubaidi scored a century in one of the local leagues. So he is carrying some good form as well. And if he gets going, he might score big runs in here.
Well, the local league, obviously. The KL T20 Bash of 2025. That's watchfully played for his first delivery by Ahmed Zubaidi. And, well, there's more action coming to you from all across Malaysia, but none bigger than this. The Malaysian Open T20i Quadrangular Series. And, well, four very big associate teams, at least up and coming teams in around this region. Well, the strongest on paper is Saudi Arabia, and well, obviously the home side will always be in the contest, with the contest happening at home. And well, we spoke a bit about Singapore in the previous over, and Manpreet Singh, who I had the pleasure of interviewing a couple of times. And well, what I got to understand was Singapore is in a phase of rebuilding. They've got a fairly young side, which is evident by the date of birth, at least in the squad registration. And well, they need to get exposure, and what an experience it would be if they could beat Malaysia in Malaysia. Don't see that happen too often. And well, Shubham, they introduce spin in the second over, something we've seen quite often here in Malaysia, so no surprises there. firing it through quicker, but it's it in the gap. Well, Aslan having to jump over his teammate. For a second, it looked like it was the 110-meter hurdles, and not quite timed off the bat by Said Aziz, but runs nonetheless. Another couple.
Well, another very positive shot there from Said Aziz, trying to rock back against the spinner.
Well, Shubham has looked good so far. With the first four deliveries, he's looking to fire it through on a surface which I think won't offer too much spin. Slice that one up. That's hit upish. And has he got hold of it? Well, yes, he has. The two arms go up from umpire Shivan.
It was flighted
Say this.
delivery right in his slot. And a wonderful shot down to ground. That's one of the safest places to hit the cricket ball. Said Aziz showing his intentions right from the word go. He's betting on 15 of 10. It's a wonderful T20i career record as well. Said Aziz scored 2,340 runs before this match with an average of 30.
He is quite an exciting batter, is Saeed Aziz. He's batting on 15 of 11, so he's had most of the strike. Ahmed Zubaidi, who's just been a spectator for the duration of the 2 overs, has just faced one and well, witnessed a lot of the action happen from the non-strikers, and 16 without loss after two.
Well, a decent start here from Malaysia. And yes, it has been quite a rivalry. Both the teams have played 5 international matches recently, and Malaysia coming on top on every occasion. But with more matches, Singapore gets nearer. The last time they played, Malaysia won the game with the barest of margins with only 1 run. And Ahmed Zubaidi gets off the marks. Daksh Pratap Singh into his second over. Well, I believe the ideal score today will be at least 150, 160. Anything below that, Malaysia might be in some trouble because it looks like a very good track to bat on. Oh, he dances down the track once again. A wild swing and a miss. Syed Aziz just losing his shape on that occasion. Again, that ball angling away from the left hander. It's good bowling. Good swing there. I'd probably like to see a slip in place as well. Straight away, there's a change in field. The third man comes into the circle. They have deep extra point, probably for that uppercut. Saidaz is very strong on square of the wicket on both sides. And he goes on the leg side, flicked in the air, but just short of the fielder. A single. So this is excellent captaincy from Manpreet Singh. He knows the strengths of Syed Aziz, so he ensured that he had the square regions covered. So Ahmed Zubaidi on strike, a very packed offside field. The 6-3 field out there. That was a sharp bouncer straight into the body, and Ahmed Zubaidi did well. Watchfully played along the ground for a single. Oh well, that will be a no ball. Yes, they had an additional fielder probably outside the circle, and they have been penalized So free hit coming up for Syed Aziz. Can he make use of it? Again, swing and a miss. Well bowled. Good comeback from the bowler. Daksh Pratap has been very impressive in this over. Apart from that no ball, bowling a good tight line and length, especially against Syed Aziz. He's able to keep Syed Aziz really quiet at one end. So Malaysia needs to decide on their approach in this innings. Too many dot deliveries might pile up some pressure. And that's called a no ball. Once again, Daksh Pratap Singh just losing his mark on that occasion. Another free hit coming in here. Probably just lost his grip of the ball. Yes, pitch outside the crease as well. That will be the second free hit of this over. This time he goes aerial. And he goes big. That's a six. A wonderful shot there from Syed Aziz. This time he caught the elevation and the distance as well. This is very good batting. Of course, he was given an opportunity with a free hit, but then you need to execute and put them away. And that's the reason why Syed Aziz can be very dangerous on his day. Another big heave on the onside. But like I said, they have the square region covered. Just a single to end the over. 28 for none, Malaysia. Shubham will continue in here. Again, beautiful bowling. Just enticing Syed Aziz to play that drive. He has two fielders in catching place in the covers. So he's bowling according to his field here. Another good looking shot. Well timed, but straight to the fielder. Couldn't find the gap on that occasion. Well, we're into the fourth over. And Syed Aziz already faced 19 deliveries. Ahmed Zubaidi, on the other hand, has just been a spectator. That's swept away once again. Finding the fielders here, Syed Aziz. Well, definitely the dot balls are piling up in here. Will create some pressure on the batters. And he goes aerial once again. And that will clear the ropes as well. Half a dozen for Syed Aziz. That was beautifully executed. He's very strong on the onside, especially off his pads. Anything on the leg side, and he's going to score heavily. Goes down the ground. And this is good running as well. Couple of runs taken. Very good over so far. 8 runs of it. Oh, he goes over the top once again. That might go for another six. Yes, it does. That's the second six of the over. 14 runs of that. Another brilliant shot down the track. It was there in his slot, and he went full guns at it. End of the fourth over, 42 for none.
All 4 overs gone, 42 for none. And that last over, the fourth, just a typical example of the beauty of T20 cricket. 3 dot balls and then 14 runs coming off the last three. Saeed Aziz unleashing some big hits. We do know that he loves that square to backward square region. As Aslan Ali comes into the attack for his first, it's Amit Zubedi just drop and run. And it's been one of those innings very reminiscent of what used to be in the years past between Sanat Jayasuriya and Romesh Kaluvitarna. Don't know if you can remember those innings, Shaidur, but Saeed Aziz, well, there's no mistaking who he is playing like.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree to that, Robert. Yes, I do remember them playing, and it's wonderful to watch. Both the batters there doing the job for the national side.
Ooh, false stroke induced. It's up in the air, and it's a brilliant catch. Well, just as we were complimenting these batters, Aslan Ali comes into the attack and draws Saeed Aziz early. And, well, it's a big wicket for Singapore, that of Malaysia's skipper Saeed Aziz.
Well, that was brilliant bowling once again. He was beaten in the flight, took a top edge, and an excellent catch there.
Well, the good thing about that from Aslan Ali was he was much slower through the air, and which is why Saeed Aziz was almost through his shot by the time the ball reached him. But that's done and dusted. Out walks, well, as far as I consider, one of Malaysia's most prolific batter, if not the most prolific batter, Virendeep Singh. Plenty of runs for him in this format, plenty of records, and he's been consistent for Malaysia through the years in difficult situations. He's had to walk out there, and well, geez, just a top class batter is Virendeep Singh, and he'll be up against Aslan Ali, who should be up to the task. He's not afraid to toss it up to any of the batters. You saw Saeed Aziz could take apart some of the bowling, but Aslan Ali has been confident enough to toss it up there, ask the batters to generate the power. Starts off with a good looking drive, slightly away from his body. The reason he's able to do that is because there's not much turn on offer at the BAYUEMAS this morning. Backs away, inside out, goes over the infield and picks up his first boundary. Virendeep Singh not wasting any time.
Yes, a beautiful shot there, using his feet, creating that room for himself. Very positive approach. Virendeep Singh has been at the top of his game, has played a lot of international cricket, especially in this format. He has been part of the G20 league as well. So definitely gained some experience playing with the top guns out there.
Absolutely. And here comes Aslan Ali. Backing away again, just pulling the length back. But Virendeep Singh just slashing down on it, pick up a couple. And this is what really good batters do, Shaidur. They read the game really well. And well, he's picked what Aslan Ali is trying to do. He's trying to angle the ball in. And in this power play, he's decided, okay, I'm going to go in and over the offside. Well done from Virendeep. And with offered and punished. Well, Aslan Ali again, back to back overs where it started really well. And then towards the tail end of the over, runs have been leaked.
Well, a shot of elegance there from Virendeep Singh, definitely showing us why he's rated very high in the Malaysian squad. Wonderful start here. 10 of just 4 deliveries, trying to unsettle Aslan, who's looked good. Took the wicket off Syed Aziz. Very important wicket as well. After 5 overs, Malaysia 53. That boundary also brought up the 50 for the team. 53 for 1. So, Robert, what do you reckon? What should be an ideal score for the first innings?
Well, I think Malaysia have got the batting, and there's no real score that you could say is out of reach for this batting lineup. But it will depend, and, with the wickets in hand heading into those final five, and it will matter because if they have Virendeep Singh towards the back end of the innings, 200 definitely is on the cards here. Ahmed Zubaydi just tucks that one.
Well, Shubham will be bowling to Virendeep Singh now, who's looked good against spin. Good looking delivery. Flighted, bowled a bit slower on that occasion. So left up spinners these days are very skillful. They have a lot of variation in the armory. Oh, nicely played with soft hands, and he ran straight for it. 1 run here for Virendeep.
I think the running between the wickets is going to be key here because mentioned that the bowlers in operation are doing a very good job, and Malaysia have done well to score the boundaries that they have. And, but one thing that is a signature of Malaysia's batting style is that they look to run hard and pick up the quick singles.
Well, these are very busy cricketers. They like to score runs. A big appeal there, probably coming off the inside edge of the bat.
More enthusiastic than anything, I think, because you could see all three of his stumps there. He was backing away as he played that.
Well, a very decent over here. And he goes over the top of the infield. That's swept away for a boundary. Now Ahmed Zubaidi joins the party as well.
Well, what a good looking shot. It's a release shot for the over. It was a good over, like you mentioned, Shaidur. And Ahmed Zubaydi, he's played plenty of this format and he knows exactly what's required per over.
Well, very good timing on that occasion. And straight away, there is a change in field. The mid wicket goes deep. Better delivery, slightly back of length, pushing the batter onto the back foot.
Well, that's the end of the power play. A very good one for Malaysia after they won the toss in the opening fixture of the Malaysian Open T20i Quadrangular Series. For the viewers just joining us, four teams competing. It is obviously the hosts Malaysia and Singapore, and the two other teams are Saudi Arabia and Thailand, very close to my heart, who will be competing in this afternoon's game and coming to you at 2 p.m. Malaysian time. But for now, at the BAYUEMAS Oval, we've got Malaysia versus Singapore. John T. Scott, it's a powerful name. It's bowling to Virendeep Singh.
Slightly short on that occasion, John T. Scott. So Singapore is having a lot of spin options in here. A lot of youngsters coming into the squad. And flighted. Played down the ground for a single.
Well, the wicket taker Aslan Ali is currently part of the Singaporean under 16 side.
And he goes aerial, fielder coming underneath, and a simple catch there. And the young man, John T. Scott, delivers a breakthrough here. Ahmed Zubaidi departs after scoring 8 runs.
Well, Ahmed Zubaidi looking to accelerate and looking to go after the bowling, could only manage to hit one up straight down to the fielder. And this is post power play, so 5 fielders out on the boundary. Ahmed Zubaidi has to depart after scoring 8 of 9. He didn't get much of the striking, in fairness to him. And while Syed Aziz was out there, and even since Virendeep Singh came out there, so he did do his best. At the moment, it's Mohammad Shahid Ramli walks out and joins Virendeep Singh out in the middle, 60 for 2 after 6.3.
Well, is a good opportunity for Shahid Ramli coming back into the Malaysian squad and into the 11 as well. He has been around for quite some time. A very good batter, likes to take his time. He's not as aggressive as Virendeep, Ahmed Zubaidi, or Syed Aziz, but he's a very busy cricketer, likes to score runs in singles and doubles. And on the odd occasion, when he gets an opportunity, he can hit those big boundaries as well. So the stage is set for him. He'll be going against John T. Scott. Watchfully played. Another good delivery. This is impressive bowling here. John T. Scott is doing a wonderful job. And the good thing, they have kept Virendeep Singh on the non-striking end as well. The last delivery coming up. Flighted and cut away, but straight to the fielder. Oh, that's a misfield. That will cause them an extra run.
Well, when you're a young side and you're looking to impress, these are the tiny details that matter. But in the end, a very good over from Georgie Scott. We'll take a look at the batting card. After 7 overs, Syed Aziz off to a good start, 37 of 24, until he was dismissed by Aslan Ali. A flighted delivery from him. And Ahmed Zubaidi falling to Jonty Scott. Scott's leg spin, both occasions. Sai Harsha with the safe pair of hands, providing the 2 wickets for Singapore. And that to fall for Malaysia. 7 overs gone, 61 for 2. Malaysia will want to be a little careful here in the next 4 overs, not to concede too many wickets to Singapore. We did talk about a good first innings total. They'll need to have wickets in hand around that 14th, 13th, 14th over.
Aslan coming back into the attack. That's cut away. Good looking shot there. They're running hard. Couple of runs. Excellent running between the wickets.
Also, that Ramli, another busy cricketer, is pretty much most of the batters in this lineup for Malaysia. And, lots of work has been going on with the Malaysian national men's team. They've played a lot of cricket, continue to do so.
That's flicked away on the onside. Again, they're running hard. They're pushing the fielder and easily making it for the second.
It was a bit awkward there for the fielder. His left leg just holding and sliding. So hopefully he's okay.
Well, like I said, Shadad Ramli, he likes to score runs. A very busy cricketer. Runs well between the wickets as well.
See, first three balls, 2-2-1. So a lot of running between the wickets from this pair out in the middle. And Shadad Ramli, just like that, he's batting on 6-6. Looks quite set. And Aslan Ali, the youngster, continues to impress.
A good comeback. Slightly short of length on that occasion. Pushing Virandeep Singh on the back foot. He's bowling at a good pace here, Aslan. He's not giving too much air to the deliveries at the same time. He's bowling at a very good line as well, just around the off stump mark. Again, beautiful delivery driven for one run.
I have to agree, Shaidur, at the BAYUEMAS and on the wickets that we've seen lately. The pace of the spinners is going to be crucial to their effectiveness. And I think Aslan's bowling at just the right pace.
Was slightly short. This time it's punched through the covers, but there's protection out there. Just a single.
Well, 7 runs coming off the over. And that concludes the 8th. Malaysia are 68 for 2.
Well, this is very good batting from both the batters. They are displaying how you can score 7 to 8 runs per over without scoring boundaries. So in a T20 game, you cannot be hitting boundaries in every delivery, but you can always rotate the strike. Or slight misfield there from the bowler, resulting in another single.
We did say the Singaporean side is a fairly young side, and well, the inexperience showing on the odd occasion. But overall, I think it's been a good display by Singapore so far. With a fairly young side that they've fielded, they've bowled pretty well, and they've asked the batters to play good shots to score their runs, which I think is a very good positive for them.
Well, Jonty Scott is doing an amazing job here with the ball. He's keeping Virandeep Singh quiet, and he took that wicket as well. Again, good length, not giving much to the batters to play with.
I don't think you can say that too often, can you, about a bowler keeping Virandeep Singh quiet, and for a youngster to do it at and that Jyoti Scott, the leg spin, I think is a pretty good job that Singapore and their bowlers have done.
Again, a good delivery. Slightly short of length, they're running hard. A slight misfield, but Virandeep Singh was not interested for the second run.
chat between skipper and bowler. It's been a very good over so far, just the 3 runs coming off it. As for Malaysia, you can understand.
That's driven on the onside. Again, a good looking shot, but finding the fielder. Another single, and excellent over here.
Well, 9 overs gone, 72 for 2. And what I was trying to say was, with Malaysia, you can understand that they're looking to just build a partnership here after they lost a couple of wickets. That's the bowling card for Singapore. Daksh going for 20 of his 2. He had to bowl in the power play. And then Shubham Pradhan, 28 of his 3. And these spinners, Aslan Ali and Jonty Scott, picking up the 2 wickets, a wicket apiece for them as they continue to bowl. I'm not so sure about this, bowling them for 3 overs. The likes of Virendeep Singh will have taken note, and he might look to go after the youngster in this over. He's had a good look at him.
And he goes down the track. Good use of the feet, but again, finding the fielder.
Well, these 2 batters have been busy after the power play. We've had 3 overs without the restrictions, and they've been busy running between the wickets.
Beautifully bowled once again, enticing the batter on the front foot. Another single to Shahzad Ramli.
You could see from Shahzad Ramli and Virendeep Singh not in any real urgency to try and find the boundaries. However, I think we'll see something different from Viren.
Oh, that's beautifully cut away, dissecting the fielders on the offside. That will bring another boundary to Virendeep Singh.
And just like that, casual as you like it, Virendeep Singh, a number 23 for Malaysia, just standing tall, or actually getting low on this occasion and cutting it away. Backward a point for another boundary. Just too much room on offer. I'd say that would be the only criticism of that delivery, but otherwise a very good looking shot from Viren.
Again, dancing down the track, slightly aerial. Another single. Good throw from the deep as well.
Going back to the point that we were making, Shaidur, it's the pace at which both these bowlers are operating. It's not too quick and it's not too slow, and so it's making it a little difficult for these batters to contend with.
Yes, absolutely. Again, that lack of pace is not allowing the batter to play the shots freely. So you need to use your power and cannot be depending just on your timing. So this is good bowling from the young Singapore side. Slightly short on that occasion. That's cut away in the gap. And this is very good running there. Couple of runs to Shahzad Ramli once again.
Well, that was hit straight to the fielder, and they managed to pick up 281 for 2. What a start for Malaysia. Malaysia winning the toss. We'll have a short drinks break here and come back to you with more live action from the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series of 2025. Do stay tuned. drinks have been had in the opening game between Malaysia and Singapore. This is the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series, and well, Malaysia and Singapore have had a long-standing rivalry in sports, and it's a good rivalry that goes back a very long time. And the game evenly poised at the moment, I'd say, with the Malaysia with their noses in front after 10 overs. The score is 81 for 2. The young spinners, Jonty Scott, who's in operation at the moment, bowling really well. Starts off with a dot ball, and bringing you this game is myself, Robert Rayner, and my co-commentator, Shaidur. And looking to hit that away. Shaidur, what have you made of this start so far from Malaysia?
Well, Malaysia did a wonderful job there. In the first 5 overs, they scored 53, and then there has been a good comeback here from the Singaporean bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely. Another dot, 3 dots to start with for Jonty Scott. Jonty Scott. 2.3 overs, 6 runs conceded, 1 wicket picked up. That's hit away, it's hit high, it's hit handsome. And we're just waiting for confirmation. It is a boundary. Not a. Just say the length there was off, and Virendeep Singh quick to pounce on it.
Well, he has very good hand-eye coordination. Slightly short, but he picked the land very quickly. That has been one of his highlights, Virendeep Singh. He's good when it's up there, and every time it's pitched short, he's equally good as well. And he's batting on 25 of 21. Had a good start. Can he carry the same form?
Good dot delivery, good comeback. And that's another thing you hear um, the best coaches and the best players talk about is that the best batters are able to pick up length much quicker than perhaps somebody who's good or average. Virandeep is one such batter. That's worked into the leg side for a single and perhaps two. This pair runs very hard, not on that occasion. Overall, a very good over from Jonty Scott. He's bowled three, given away 11 runs and picked up a wicket. 11 overs gone. Malaysia quietly moving along to 86 for 2.
Well, a brilliant spell here from the youngster, Jonty Scott. 11 of 3 overs and that wicket of Ahmed Zubaidi as well. So he has bowled with a lot of control, especially controlling his pace, not allowing the batters to play those big shots. Both the batters out there, they like pace on the delivery, good timers of the cricket ball. So it's a good contest between bat and ball. Shubham will continue in here.
Starts off with a good delivery. Beats Virandeep Singh on the outside edge. And, well, I don't think you say that a lot. Shubham coming back to bowl his final over of the morning. That's a work down to long on for a single. And Shubham bowls slightly quicker through the air, which might provide the batters with just about the pace that they need to go after him. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, well, he's bowled one halfway down the track, and Shadat Ramli looking to pull that one. Doesn't bounce as much as he was expecting, and, well, in the end, missing it entirely, and the furniture has been rearranged.
Well, that was a short delivery, and rightly said, it kept low and it got the inside edge of the bat as well. Shahzad Ramli just trying to hit the ball a little too hard. He was batting well out there, scoring those singles and doubles. And the first time he goes for a big shot, he pays for his wicket. A bizarre way to get out. And now the left-hander Akil Wahid comes into bat, so it will be a left-hand right-hand combination from here on.
Well, Shubham picking up his first wicket in his final over of his spell. What a breakthrough it is. And, just restricting Malaysia as a partnership was starting to build, disturbing the momentum that Virendeep Singh and Ramli were building. And well, this pair will have to start again. We're into the 12th over. Singapore will be wary that they don't have a very deep batting lineup, having all these youngsters, and therefore they'd want to restrict Malaysia to under 150 on a pretty decent batting surface, let's say. And the last wicket to fall of a delivery that didn't bounce as much, and well, Akil Wahid off the mark straight away.
Well, I'm very impressed with Manpreet Singh. He has marched his troops quite well. We've seen a lot of chat with the young bowlers trying to motivate them. So it's very important that you set and you lead by example, and he's doing exactly that. A good comeback here for Singapore.
The first uh, extra, I believe, for Singapore. This one trailing down the pads. You can see what he's trying to do. He's not looking to give Virendeep any room to work with. And well, this one's launched into the leg side. It's definitely got the legs to clear the boundary. And well, Virendeep Singh says thank you very much.
Well, again, that ball kept low, but he still managed to hit that out of the ground here. Excellent batting here from Virendeep Singh. I think it's also because of his height. He gets that additional reach compared to the rest of the batters.
Uh, Shubham Pradhan, after bowling his first wide in his final over, just losing his length there and giving Virendeep Singh a half tracker who's not going to miss out on those. And a good comeback by the youngster. He's back on the money. And this pair will run to if there is a chance. And that wraps up the spell for Shubham. Slightly expensive, but valuable experience bowling at this stage. 39 for 1 from his 4. 12 overs gone. Malaysia 97 for 3.
Well, 11 runs of that last over from Subham. He was bowling well, but Virendeep Singh just took the attack to the young spinner. So 97 for 3 Malaysia. We're into the 13th over. They had a wonderful start, courtesy of some good power hitting from Syed Aziz. They're looking to be cruising towards 200 at one point, and then we have seen the comeback from the Singaporean bowlers, especially that man on the screen right now, John T. Scott. He'll be coming to bowl the last over of his spell.
Well, 11 for 1 from his 3 as he begins with a full toss. Uh, just the one run. And I think Virendeep Singh has got to keep strike.
It's easy pickings there. Full toss for Akil Wahid.
Couple of unforced errors from Singapore in the field, misfields, and possibly providing Malaysia with those singles. This is good. Another single picked up. Interesting approach here, going right arm around to the left-hander, drives it down the ground. Definitely bowling to a plan here, Jonty Scott. And well, he's begin the 13th over, his final over of the day, as the 100 comes up with that single for Malaysia. Jonty Scott given three singles. He'll want to bowl a very quiet over here. And cut away. There will be protection. And they come back for two. We spoke about the running between the wickets, making these twos look very easy, Shaidur.
Yes, absolutely. They're very fit, agile cricketers out there, and it was timed well, right? Dissecting the fielders on the offside.
And this time played in front of covers. Pick up another single. So a very good over. There's one delivery to go in it. And it'll be a spell to remember for Jonty Scott. Beats the outside edge, almost picked up his second. And, well, that wraps up a day at the office for Jonty Scott, at least with the ball. Now he's got to put his efforts in the field. 17 for 1 from his 4. And the batting card for Malaysia, Ahmed Zubaidi, not able to leave a mark. 8 of 9 for him. But Saeed Aziz, a very good start. 37 of 24. Virendeep Singh, who's currently out there on 39 of 30, will want to be there at the end of this 20 overs to see Malaysia to a very strong position. He's batting with Akil Wahid at the moment, who's looked busy. 3 of 4 for him. And just the 4 extras for Singapore. So they've been very disciplined in that department. And they'll want to try and keep Malaysia just under 150 and or around 150, because Singapore not as deep with the batting as Malaysia. So they're going to have to rely on their top order to chase these runs down. So every run saved is going to be very crucial.
And with that, we will have a change in bowling. Chandramouli coming into the attack.
Well, I think Virendeep Singh and Akil Wahid, more so Virendeep Singh, will like this. He loves pace on. And well, I think we're going to see some shots being played here from Virendeep Singh with the pace in operation.
Yes, absolutely. Both the batters out there, they like pace coming onto the bat. So this will open up some opportunities for them with a wide open field, a lot of singles on offer. So some good spin bowling there. Both the spinners have bowled out their quota of 4 overs.
Well, Chandraboli just cramping Akil Wahid for some room there. I don't think he was expecting it to jack back in so much. Caught a bit by surprise. What I've been impressed with, Shaidur, is the plans with which Singapore are operating. Manpreet Singh and his bowlers, he's having to rely on very young and I'd say inexperienced bowlers to bowl against some top quality batters that of Malaysia, and they've executed their plans pretty well here today. And another good delivery from Chandramouli.
Well, absolutely. And look at that. Manpreet Singh, again, having a chat with the youngster. So he has done a wonderful job. Captain, leading by example. He has shown some good faith in the bowlers as well. And Chandramouli is looking good as well. There's a long run up. He's trying to hit the deck hard.
Outside edge, was there something involved? I think from the reaction of Chandramouli, perhaps found the snick. We'll take a closer look.
That was an excellent delivery once again. Oh, yes, probably that took a feather on its way. But yes, the wicket keeper, Manpreet, is standing up the stump. It's always going to be a difficult chance to catch it
A
from your
very
chest height.
tough chance, that one. And well, Virendeep Singh hits that into the covers. He'll pick up two quite easily. And well, what a wicket that would have been if the skipper from Singapore, Manpreet Singh, could have held on to it. They'll know the importance of Virendeep Singh. If he's there for at the end of this innings, it's going to be boundaries galore. He's currently batting on 42 of 34. Well, as played to covers, I think the tactic that Manpreet Singh is looking to exploit is keep Virendeep Singh in his crease. And I think it's a good one because he normally likes to use his feet, shimmy down the track, and it's keeping Virendeep quiet. You can see just the 4 runs coming off that Chandramoli over. 14 overs gone, 107 for 3.
Well, it seems like the Singaporean bowlers have done their homework. They're trying to keep Virendeep Singh quiet. Especially, they're bowling a very good length against him, just pushing him on the back foot, ensuring that he doesn't get too much room or he doesn't come forward to the bowler. With that, there will be more pace coming into the attack. Daksh Pratap Singh, the opening bowler, comes back from the Nagara end.
Well, Daksh Pratap Singh has gone for 20 of his first two. He'll be looking to stage a comeback here. Good first delivery to start with. Well, Manpreet Singh just a polite inquiry to the square leg umpire. And good start for Daksh Pratap Singh.
Yes, a very good start. Right up there in the block hole. And Akil did well on that occasion just to keep the ball away from the stumps because that delivery was heading right at the base of the stumps.
Length on this occasion. They will pick up two. Girin just losing his footing there.
Yes, the fielder had to make a lot of ground on his left. So it's not going to be easy, especially against these two who run hard and they put the fielders on their toes all the time.
Well, this is good bowling from Daksh Pratap Singh. And he's given just two of his first three deliveries. Akil Wahid, well, just a couple of dots there. I think Viran's just going to come and have a chat with him and just say, get bat on ball and we'll run hard.
It's a very good delivery. Again, bowling onto the stumps. He's attacking the stumps. So as a batter, you need to be playing well against him.
Well, this time, room on offer. It's cracked through the offside. Work to do. He just knees it over the rope. Uh, going to be hypercritical about that effort. Perhaps just providing Malaysia with a couple of extra runs there. But it was a decent effort. Quite a bit of ground that needed to be covered. Unfortunate for Daksh Pratap Singh. A boundary nonetheless for Akil Wahid and Malaysia. Much needed. Or looking to go leg side. So mixing it up nicely here is Daksh Pratap Singh, cramping the left-hander for room. and then going just wide of the stumps.
It's a very good delivery once again. A wild swing, and then that natural swing away from the left-hander. We have seen him bowl a few against Syed Aziz as well. When the ball was moving away from him, definitely caused some trouble to the opening batters as well.
That's a full toss on that occasion. There is a protection, and fortunately for Akil Wahid, he didn't get complete hold of it. And there is a man placed exactly there for that very reason. Well, 15 overs gone. Malaysia have done well to get to 114 for three, and Singapore have done well as well. So this game pretty evenly poised. And Virandeep Singh and Akil Wahid, who are trying to get Malaysia to a position of strength. Virandeep Singh batting on 42 of 35. Akil Wahid finding the boundary in that previous over has moved on to 11 of 11. So a slow start for Akil Wahid. He'll be looking to move things along. And well, 15 overs, just the four extras. Singapore will be quietly confident here heading into the last five. And well, so will Malaysia because they've got that man on strike, Virandeep Singh. Beg your pardon, it's Akil Wahid on strike. And Manpreet Singh continues to impress. Chandramouli will be bowling his second. Off the inside edge and single. So, Shaidur, my question is with the last five overs just commencing, what do you reckon a good first inning score is here from this point in?
Well, definitely they will be eyeing 160, 170, especially with 7 wickets in hand and two set batters out there, especially Virendeep Singh. We all know about his hitting abilities. If he gets going, we can get even higher score. He's batting on 42 of 35. And the last thing you would need being in the Malaysian team will be a fall of wicket here.
That's hit down the ground and it's in the gap. It will be a 4 to Virandeep Singh, who moves along to 46 now.
It's a full toss and he played it with one hand. Shows the form he's in right now. Virandeep Singh moves on to 46, just four short of his 50. Well, Chandramouli has done a good job so far. But there's nothing wrong with that delivery. Just a brilliant shot from Virandeep Singh. He goes through the covers. Another good looking shot here.
Well, the running between the wickets with all of the Malaysian batters has been pretty elite level stuff. Hitting it to the fielders and able to pick up the twos. The speed between the wickets has been impressive. And yeah, I would say 10 and over for the last five is something that Malaysia will be targeting, if not more.
Again, beautifully cut away, just opening the face of the bat using the pace on the delivery. Good batting here from Virandeep Singh.
They've got eight already of the first four deliveries. And I think Malaysia will be hoping to find the boundary at least on a couple of occasions here every over. And they've got the batting to do it. And they've got a left hand, right hand combination, which is going to make it harder for the bowlers. And the fairly young bowling attack of Singapore.
Slower delivery. Good change of pace there from Chandramouli. And Akil doing the right thing, just taking a single, bringing Virandeep Singh back on strike.
Absolutely. And we talk a bit about the young bowling attack from Singapore. They've done well for the 15 overs so far. And this is where it'll matter the business end of the innings when Malaysia have got wickets in hand and they're looking to go after you. Can the bowlers hold their own and execute their plans? And it's been an impressive performance from Manpreet Singh and his boys.
Oh, another thought delivery here. Virendip Singh needs to wait a little while for his 50. He's still batting on 49. End of the 16th over, 123 for 3.
And I think if we could see a replay, Virendeep Singh not happy with that towel falling out from behind the bowler. I think it sort of just threw him off focus. But in the end, 16 overs gone. 1, 2, 3 for 3. The youngster Aslan Ali brought in to bowl the 17th over. Well, this is what it's all about, the experience of being tested in the fire in a pressure situation. Both teams will be quite happy with where the game is at the moment. If Malaysia can find the boundaries, they'll race away to a good first innings total. Whereas if Singapore can pick up a wicket here,
let's play down the ground over the infield. Just a single. Virendip back on strike.
well, wickets here will bring Singapore back into the game and perhaps even into a stronger position. And these two, who've spent enough time out there, will be looking to accelerate and get Malaysia to perhaps 160, 170.
Well, definitely with 7 wickets in hand, it's time to launch some rockets. Virendip Singh batting on 49. And that's cut away with soft hands. They're running hard. He'll be going for the second run and comfortably making it. That will be 50 for Virendip Singh. Another international half century.
Well, what a performance from Malaysia's champion batter. 5 fours and a six in that innings of 51. So he's had to work a bit with the running between the wickets to get to that 50.
That's a reverse sweep. And in the gap as well. That might reach the fence. That's a wonderful job done by the fielder.
Yeah, well done from the Singaporean fielding unit. That was racing away, and it is a boundary. I think the fielder just touching the rope there. Definitely worth a closer look. Yes, body in contact with the rope as he pulls that one back. So a bit of innovation after he gets to his 50 from Virendeep Singh. Pulls out the reverse sweep. Manpreet Singh just a little unhappy about something.
Oh, this is a good comeback from Aslan. A better length to bowl to Virendeep. Just a single conceded.
Well, Akil Wahid, for me, has to take a few more risks here. He's up against a left arm spinner. And the matchup favors the left handed batter.
Oh, he goes inside out over the infield. Again, couple of runs there. Slightly uppish.
Indeed. And, well, one delivery to go in the young Aslan Ali's spell for the day. 37 conceded, 1 wicket picked up.
Inside out once again. Aerial. They're running hard for the second. And a misfield. They might go for the third as well. Yes, they're going for it. This is excellent running.
Well, a lesson for the youngsters: keep your eyes on the ball, not on the batter. Just taking his eyes off that at the very last second, and well, you can't throw the ball if you don't have it in your hands. So make sure you get hold of the ball first. Do the basics right. But 17 overs gone. Malaysia 136 for 3. Well, Manpreet Singh looking a bit unhappy, having a word with the umpires. Well, he'll have to forget about that because he's done a pretty good job of marshalling his troops this morning. He needs to keep a cool head and make sure his side, well, finish strong with the remaining 3 overs. He's got a fairly young side and he's got to maintain his cool and lead them into the innings break with the tempo in the favor of Singapore.
Again, a good looking shot through the offside for a single. Akil Wahid is doing the right thing, just playing the anchor to Virendeep Singh.
Virendeep Singh just made to wait as Manpreet Singh has a chat with his bowler. And we talked about taking momentum into the innings break. Malaysia in a very strong position, 13 runs away from that 150 mark, which they'll be looking to get past.
That smashed away through the offside once again. Another misfield here. A lot of fumbles, especially in the outfield.
Yeah, a lot of unforced errors, as they called. Just conceding a few extra runs. How important are those going to be when Singapore have to chase down this target? It's left to be seen. The moment Virendeep Singh batting on 58 of 43.
A good slow delivery on that occasion from Chandramouli. Good change of pace here.
It's been very impressive, Shaidur, as Chandramouli is bowling to, well, Virendeep Singh, who's perhaps in the top 3 batters of this region in Southeast Asia. And he's managed to just give away 17 runs from his 2.3 overs. So very impressed by Chandramouli.
Well, he'll be very happy with those stats. Again, just single conceded. Yes, coming into ball at a crunch situation in a big match like this, it's not easy, but the youngster has done a wonderful job so far.
Well, just the 2 games for Chandramouli. So it's only going to grow in confidence from here on in. And with spells like this and with your captain backing you in the pressure situations, it's only going to build character and your skill set.
Another slow delivery attempted. This time, Virendeep Singh goes over mid wicket. Another six for him.
I think the one lesson that Chandramouli needs to learn is when you're bowling in the death, you can't offer length. Batters of the class of Virendeep Singh will take you apart every day and then twice on Sunday. And Virendeep Singh launches that over mid wicket.
Again, Virendeep Singh picked that slower delivery very early, coming from the back of hand. So he has very good eyes here. He's batting on 65 now. Can cut away for a single. He'll take that single, and we did the strike as well for the next over. After 18 overs, Malaysia 148 for 3.
Well, heading into the final 12 deliveries of the first innings of the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series. And this matchup has lived up to its hype. Malaysia and Singapore going back a long way in cricketing rivalry. And Singapore with a fairly young side up against a very well established Malaysian men's team. And Virandeep Singh providing entertainment. He was batting on 66 of 46. He's had to consolidate the innings after 3 wickets fell, and he's done that well. Now looking to launch in the final two.
And a beautiful cover drive there to the right of the fielder. Couple of runs here once again. Virandeep Singh is looking good, but one of the two batters, or in fact both the batters, need to take their risks. They have 7 wickets in hand, only 11 deliveries remaining in this innings.
Yep, it's all guns blazing at the moment for Malaysia. 150 comes up with that the couple that's picked up, and well, let's see what Malaysia can get to.
And he goes one-handed once again. No timing on that occasion, and he perishes in the deep. Virandeep Singh gets out after scoring 68 of 48 deliveries.
Well, Daksh Pratap Singh picks up the all-important wicket of Virandeep Singh at a stage where Malaysia were looking to get close to 170. The fall of that wicket just opens up um, the possibility of Singapore restricting Malaysia here. Virandeep Singh, what a knock once again from the champion batter of Malaysia.
Yes, probably it was a slower delivery, taking the pace of the ball, and that did the trick. Virandeep Singh just losing his grip on that shot. Nevertheless, a wonderful innings. He has put the Malaysian side in a good spot in here.
The other thing that I just want to point out from Daksh Pratap Singh was that he bowled that slower delivery closer to the tram line and keeping it away from the hitting arc of Virandeep Singh, which caused him to let go of that bottom hand. And, well, no timing behind that one. Well, that's done and dusted. Fourth wicket down for Malaysia with a score on 150, and out walks Sharvin Munyandi, who is another capable middle order batter who can hit big ones and quite a long ball. Have to hit a few, and unfortunately for him, he has no time. We got 10 deliveries, 10 legal deliveries to go in this innings.
And 10 legal deliveries seems to be good enough for Sharvin Munyandi. He gets off the mark with a boundary of his first delivery.
Well, fortunate, but he was looking to attack it, and fortune favors the brave, as they say. Good bouncer from Daksh Pratap, and well, third was up in the circle. We've seen that happen at least more often than not in this format. Surprise bouncer from Daksh Pratap Singh to the new batter Shavin Munyandi. And well, 154, 9 deliveries to go in this first innings.
Another beautiful slow delivery, and that's well driven as well. Wonderful fielding in the deep. Kept it down just to two, saved a couple of runs for the team.
Yeah, great effort by Singapore in the field. Good delivery as well. Slow delivery up in the block hole. It was hit well by Shavin Munyandi. So brilliant all-round cricket on display here in the opening fixture. And well, the excitement continues.
Another slow delivery and another wicket here. 2 wickets in the over for Daksh Pratap Singh.
Well, Shavin Munyandi, he picked the slow delivery, set himself up nicely, but just couldn't execute, and not coming off the middle of the bat. It's straight down to long on's throat, and that man makes a no mistake. So Malaysia just losing their way with 2 wickets in that over from Daksh Pratap. And it's not going to be easy for the new batters to come and start swinging straight away. Ahmed Faiz, another man with plenty of experience at the international level. He's got one delivery in the 19th to try and find the boundary because they'll want Akil Wahid on strike for the final 6 deliveries, who's been out there and batting on 21 of 18.
Well, Ahmed Faiz, he's someone who likes to spend some time out there. Not a pinch hitter, but well, today he needs to take the job for the team. Facing his first delivery. Attempted slow delivery. Oh, a miss there. A rare miss from Manpreet Singh, the captain of Singapore.
Well, it was a slower delivery. Another one attempted for the over, just off target. I think in the end there, just too much to do for Manpreet Singh as that ball was continuing to go down towards fine leg. And Ahmed Faiz, Mohammad Noor. Well, I'll say this: Akil Wahid has to be on strike for the final over. So does he go for the boundary? Does he pick up a single?
Well, he goes down the track once again. Just a single, and he'll keep the strike. 159 for 5. 6 legal deliveries remaining in this innings.
Well, the man that caught Virendeep Singh, Sai Harsha, has been a busy man. The 3 catches, beg your pardon, the 4 catches that have been taken have all gone to the same fielder. Sai Harsha has taken 4 catches. And well, Mohammad Shahidat Ramli, the batter who was bowled, was the 5th wicket. So an interesting day in the field for Sai Harsha. Good one for him. And well, Singapore have done well to restrict Malaysia to 159 for 5, heading into the final over of the innings. It will be Chandramouli who's bowled well.
It's cut away Ariel for a single. Oh, misfield once again, resulting in an extra run.
Ouch, that looked painful, Shaidur. I think he just dug his knee into the surface there. Well played from Wahid. Ow, that knee just going into the surface. That's going to be a bit sore.
Well, unfortunate. But I hope he's fine out there. Slow delivery once again, beautifully bowled by Chandramouli. Singapore will be extremely happy if they can restrict Malaysia below 170.
Yeah, they would have taken that after the start that they got. Beg your pardon, after the start that Malaysia got off to, with Said Aziz providing the fireworks. And they'll want to finish well here, going into the innings break, and give themselves a bit of hope. And
It's heaved away on the onside. And a brilliant catch out there in the deep.
absolutely fantastic catch. It's a young side for Singapore, so they've got quick legs. Their fielding has let them down, but their catching has lived up to the expectations. Ahmed Faiz looking to go after that one, had to run in, and good catch completed. So, well, six down now as Vijay Unni works out to the middle. So the scorecard suggests that, well, the first three wickets for Malaysia, first one on 43, second one on 60, third one on 87. Then we had that partnership between Akil Wahid and Virandeep Singh, which I thought was a very good partnership. It was well constructed. They had a bit of time, and well, after they got to 150, they've lost three more wickets for 12 runs. So, fair to say, good comeback by Singapore.
A very good comeback indeed. Three deliveries to go in this innings. That slashed and slashed hard. That will run away for a boundary. Vijay Unni gets off the mark with a boundary here. Slightly short of length. Fortunate to get it over the fielder.
Well, when you've got third up in the circle, Shaidur, you can't provide length and room. It's easy pickings for batters. So Chandramouli will learn that.
Slow delivery once again. Vijay Unni just losing his grip and they're running hard. Couple of runs.
Right, one delivery to go in the first innings between Malaysia and Singapore. Malaysia winning the toss, choosing to bat first, getting off to a rapid start courtesy of Saeed Aziz, finding the boundaries, and then we had a bit of a comeback from Singapore and their bowlers picking up three wickets. Then a very good partnership between Virandeep Singh and Akil Wahid, getting them to 150. Singapore then coming back into the game with three wickets of their at the tail end.
Big heave on the onside. They're running hard. Could be a couple of runs here. And that will complete the innings. After 20 overs, Malaysia have scored 170 for 6.
You can see Manpreet Singh just going over to Chandramouli saying, a great effort, well done. And it is indeed well done. 4 overs for Chandramouli, 36 for 1. Well, it might look expensive. He came into bowl at a very difficult stage for Singapore. And, well, the batting card for Malaysia, a couple of few batters getting starts. Saeed Aziz, 37 of 24. Well, what a day for Virandeep Singh. He brings up yet another T20i 50, 68 of 48 for him. And Akil Wahid remained unbeaten, 25 of 21. And the other batters just contributing briefly. Just the six extras for Singapore, and they restrict, and I say restrict because Malaysia looked like they were going to get more than 170 in their allotted 20 overs. At the moment, Singapore need 171 from their 20.
Well, the young Singaporean bowlers, they did a wonderful job with all the pressure. Daksh Pratap Singh, he took 2 wickets for 38. Shubham took one. Aslan Ali, he was good with the ball as well. He took 1 wicket. But the pick of the bowlers for us will be John T. Scott, 4 overs, 17 runs, and 1 wicket. Very economical. And Chandramouli did good as well, 4 overs, 36 runs, and a wicket. And they have been very disciplined with the bowling as well. Singapore only conceded 6 extras in that entire 20 overs.
Absolutely. So a bowling performance that Singapore should be very happy with. And well, Malaysia got 170 on the board, which they'll have to defend. And Singapore, when we come back from the innings break, will need 171 for victory here in the opening fixture of the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series of 2025. We'll take a short break, and Shaidur and I will come back to you with more live action after the innings break.
Well, we're back live for the run chase. Singapore will need 171 runs to win this contest. We're live at the BAYUEMAS Oval, the first match in the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series 2025. So we have the host Malaysia going against neighbors Singapore. Malaysia won the toss, elected to bat first, and they scored 170 runs, courtesy of a half century from Virendip Singh. So we have both the openers out there. It will be John T. Scott will be facing the first delivery. He'll be going against Pawandeep Singh, Malaysia's #1 bowler. He's sitting right up there in terms of wickets. Pawandeep Singh, someone who likes to bowl with the new ball. And joining John T. Scott, it will be Aritra Datta at the non-striking end. And we are set. Here comes the first delivery. Beautifully bowled. Right up there. So I was very impressed with John T. Scott when he was bowling. He did the job for the team. Very economical and took an important wicket as well. And can he deliver with the bat today for Singapore? It's a very tight field set up there. Good captaincy from Syed Aziz. They are taking the attack, a slip in place, a very packed offside field as well. That's driven in the gap. That's a long chase. That might run away for a couple of runs. First runs off the bat of John T. Scott. Singapore off the mark as well. Couple of runs here. Positive intent shown by the batter. Well, Singapore needs to pace the innings well and ensure that they don't lose too many early wickets. Again, driven but straight to the fielder, Shadat Ramli on that occasion. So very decent start here. Pawandeep Singh only conceding 2 runs of the 4 deliveries. Beautifully bowled once again. He's someone who likes to bring the ball back into the right-handers. So with his high arm release, the ball just jabs back at the right-handers. This time staying onto the pads. A single to end the first over, 3 without loss, Singapore. It was a leg bye signal by the umpire. So it will be Syed Aziz, the captain of Malaysia, taking the ball in his hands. He'll be coming from the Golden Hope end. Aritra Datta yet to face a delivery. Well, Singapore needs to score some quick runs in here, especially in the power play where they have the fielding restrictions. Only 2 fielders are allowed to go outside. So there's a deep square leg and a deep third man in place right now. Oh, beautiful delivery. Beaten for pace on that occasion. Good start here from Syed Aziz. That's a good channel to bowl with. Ahmed Faiz there in slip. It's a very packed offside field. There's a slip, a point, cover, mid off, all in place. He dances down the track. Wild swing and a miss once again. Jonty Scott showing his intention right, but just not getting the connection on that occasion. A very good delivery there from Syed Aziz. This time it's driven, no timing whatsoever. Jonty Scott just trying to hit the gaps, but every single dot delivery will be very important as the required run rate creeps up to 9 runs per over. The dot deliveries are going to pile up a lot of pressure on the batters. That's aerial, and that's hit over the top. First 6 here for Jonty Scott. That's beautifully pulled away. He picked the land quite early on that occasion. Stand and deliver. That will boost his confidence. Well, Syed Aziz has a very good back of hand slower delivery as well. We will see a lot of those when he's bowling. He bowls a ball that comes back into the right hander. Good delivery there. Good comeback from the Malaysian captain. Well, this is a very young Singapore side. Head to head, Malaysia beaten Singapore in the last 5 occasions. Wide outside the off stump. But the last time they faced each other, it was a cracker of a game. Malaysia won that game with only 1 run. So that's how close they were. That took the inside edge. They're running hard, but it will only be a single. So decent over there. 8 runs of it. After 2 overs, Singapore are 11 for none. (160 required of 18 overs. The required run rate is 8.89. Pawandeep Singh will continue in here. Well, we're into the 3rd over, and Aritra Datta yet to face his first delivery. So Jonty Scott has been the busy batter. And starts off with a wide. Pawandeep Singh. Pawandeep Singh playing his 70th T20i, already taken 83 wickets. That's cut away, beautiful looking shot. That will be a couple of runs there. And it was pitched slightly wide. A lot of room on offer. So decent start, I would say, but definitely Singapore will need plenty of those. This time it's whipped away off the pads. Easy single once again, and for the first time it will be Aritra Datta. He'll face his first delivery in the third over of the match. That's in the air, straight in and straight out. Akil Wahid will be very disappointed with that effort. It was a simple chance. Again, not a good delivery, slightly short and wide. Look at that. You need to take those catches. Akil Wahid drops a sitter here. Flicked away, well fielded. Rizwan Haider, the tall left arm bowler on that occasion, he did well. Well, another dot delivery. So that will end the over. After 3 overs, Singapore 16 without loss. And with that, I would like to invite back my fellow commentator Robert into the com box.
Thanks, Shaidur. Well, a cautious start here from Singapore, and they'll have to get a move on because they're chasing 171 for victory. And they've gone with the combination of youth and experience to start them off in this run chase. Aritra Datta normally opens the innings for Singapore. Quite aggressive, but he hasn't managed to find the strike. 3 overs gone. He's only faced the one delivery. And Jonty Scott, meanwhile, at the other end, has faced 17. He's hit a couple of good looking shots, but he's got to make those 17 deliveries count. 155 from 17 required at a rate of just over 9.
And he's gone. A first wicket here for Rizwan Haider. He gets Aritra Datta trapped in front of the wickets.
Well, it's an extreme angle from Rizwan Haider, left arm around the wicket. And Aritra Datta was definitely in front of the wickets, but the angle, I thought, on first sight was quite extreme. He was hit definitely in front of the stumps. And just a bit shocked by the decision from the umpire, but it does not matter. The finger's gone up and the long walk begins for Aritra Datta. Only managing to score 1 of 2. So a good start for Rizwan Haider and Malaysia. They pick up the first Singaporean batter. And it's a big wicket because Aritra Datta can be very dangerous. And out walks Girin Rahul to replace Aritra Datta. we did say Singapore fielding a very young side, so a lot of the responsibility is going to have to be shouldered by the senior players. And at the moment, the two youngsters, or relatively new players into the Singapore team, are out in the middle, and well, they've got a job to do, and it'll all start with if they can make use of this power play, Shaidur, who I think Malaysia pretty much have got a stronghold of, with a score on 16 of 1 after 3.1.
Well, yes, the power play will play a role in this run chase, but so far it's the Malaysian bowlers who are having the upper hand. Way to the fourth over, 16 for 1, with the side chasing 171. So every dot ball will pile up a lot of pressure on the batters, and we have seen few of those quite early in the innings. And it's good to watch Rizwan Haider making his way back into the side and picking up a wicket in his first delivery and dropping onto the pads. That will be a leg bye.
I think that's going to be a regular occurrence with Rizwan Haider, and the angle that he chooses to operate from. He's looking to cramp the batters up for room, so he will stray onto the pads, and this perhaps provides the Singapore batters with the opportunity to go after Rizwan Haider, who's picked up the first wicket for Malaysia.
That's beautifully driven, but straight to the fielder once again. Chonti scored, finding the middle of the bat, but not the gap on that occasion.
Well, it's almost inevitable that one of us is going to call him Jonty Rhodes. We come from that era, who was perhaps known as the greatest fielder of that time.
And another sitter dropped here by the fielder. The ball went in there. It was there for quite some time. And he
Well,
makes a mess out of it.
Shavin Munyandi, normally one of the safer pair of hands. It's a tough chance. Jonty Scott looking to go after that one. Top half of the bat was up in the air for a very long time. It was swirling around in the wind and put down in the end.
A much better delivery on that occasion. So Malaysia dropping two catches within the first 4 overs.
Well, normally the Malaysian catching pretty good. And, however, today, a couple of let-offs for Singapore. Can Jonty Scott make the most of that drop chance and be the hero for Singapore? He's batted pretty well up to this point. He's taken quite a bit of time. He's got to make use of that.
A quick single here. Well, Chonti Scott definitely did a good job with the ball, and now he's trying to score some quick runs in here as well for the team. End of over number 4, Sri Lanka, Singapore 20 for 1. It's pulled away into the gap. Will be a single. slightly short on that occasion, Pavandeep Singh.
Well, Kirin Rahul has just faced the one delivery so far. He's up against perhaps Malaysia's most experienced spinner, Pavandeep Singh. Pavandeep Singh, of course, a brother to Virandeep Singh. And so brothers playing for the country, always a pleasant sight. Well,
Bigger
fierce
field there.
competitors.
This time it's flicked on the onside for a single.
Well, speaking of brothers, we'll see brothers in action later this afternoon, representing Thailand. We've got the Sinamantri brothers, Kamron and Nobhon. At the moment, Pavandeep and Virandeep, the two brothers for Malaysia.
Another single down the ground for Jonty Scott. He moves on to 17 now.
And obviously, this quadrangular series sees these two teams and Saudi Arabia and Thailand, the four teams to take part in this competition. That's the afternoon game is promising to be another cracker of a game. This one.
That's down the leg side. That would be a wide. Pawandeep Singh just missing his mark on that occasion. Pretty decent over. 4 runs of it. Well, the required run rate just creeping towards 10 runs per over now. Another wide.
So 5 overs gone, 25 for one. Singapore. Well, they need 171 for victory here against Malaysia, who in the last 5 games head to head have had the better of Singapore. And Rizwan Haider, who's picked up the first wicket, will continue. Starts off with a full delivery angling into the stumps, which is his mode of operations for quite some time now. And both Jonty Scott and Girin Rahul will have to find an answer to that. They can't rack up the dot balls, Shaidur. It's going to add to the pressure. Driven down the ground, quick single attempted, and perhaps a second. Also, the fielding has been a bit off color from both Singapore and Malaysia this morning.
Well, that was hit straight to the fielder. Ahmad Zubaidi just trying to attack the ball and missing it completely. Well, one good thing about Singapore was they took their catches. whereas Malaysia already messed up a couple of. But yes, defending 171, you can make such mistakes, but I hope they don't have to pay a price for it. John T. Scott,
Well,
he's
for
batting
those
well
of you,
out there.
this one's pulled into the leg side. There will be protection. For those of our viewers who are just tuning in, Malaysia and Said Aziz winning the toss, choosing to bat, putting 170 on the board, and Singapore with three deliveries to go in the power play, off to a pedestrian start with a score on 28 for one, and well, looking to chase down 171 for victory. Another dot delivery. Shaidur, Singapore can't afford too many dots in this run chase.
Well, absolutely. It's quite a slow start for Singapore. John T. Scott, he's batting on 20 of 26, and Kirin Rahul is batting on 1 of 6. Yes, a lot of credit must go to the Malaysian bowlers as well.
That's in the gap. Well, Kiran Rahul has decided that he's going to have to be the one to take on the bowling, and he does so in style, bringing up his first boundary and a much needed one for Singapore.
Well, some signs of aggression there, fetching the ball from outside the off stump and going over the infield. It's a
Yeah,
good
that's
shot,
good
especially
use.
in the power play.
And it's a good use of the angle that Rizwan Heather is bowling with. He's gone with the angle that comes in. So that's good batting from Kiran Rahul. They're going to need a few more here. And a quick single and a good fielding display. So good all round cricket to wrap up the power play. That's 6 overs gone. Singapore 33 for 1, chasing 171 for victory.
Well, Malaysia will be very happy with that batting power play, only conceding 33 runs and a wicket. Singapore require 138 from the next 14 overs. Required run rate now it's 9.86. And I think it will be time for some spin into the attack. Vijay will be replacing Pawandeep at the Negara end. So right arm off spin. Vijay is a very good bowler. He likes to bowl through his overs quite fast. And there umpire Kalidas signaling the end of the batting power play.
Shaidur, which of these Malaysian spinners don't like to bowl through their overs very quickly? Think of Pawandeep Singh, Virendeep Singh, Vijay Unni. All three of them like to bowl through their overs very quickly. Starts off with a good delivery, work down to long on.
Well, yes, absolutely. As a batter, you need to be proactive, especially facing these spinners, because they're not going to give you time to play with.
And well, a couple of singles to start off with, but Vijay Unni has been on the money with the first two deliveries. Watchful from both Jonty Scott and Giren Rahul. And just dealing in singles here for the first three. Mind you, this is the first over where the restrictions have been lifted, so five fielders outside the 30 yards. Umpire Kalidas just asking the fielders to keep the ball in the hands and another single. While the singles are good, they're going to need to find the boundaries and, because this required run rate is climbing steadily. Malaysia will be quite happy with the way this over's turned out. Shahid Ramli just going down there. Not sure what happened, perhaps tweaking a muscle as he was racing in. And as he gets some medical attention, we'll take a short break here in the com box and come back to you when action resumes. It looks like the substitute fielder will be on for Rumley. And I think he's just pulled, perhaps tweaked the hammy in an attempt to attack that delivery in the outfield. So hopefully he gets the medical attention he needs, and it's nothing serious because this is just the first game of the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series. Malaysia versus Singapore. At the moment, Malaysia with a firm grip over this game. Well, usually when there is a break or disruption in proceedings, something tends to happen. But that's 7 overs gone. Singapore are 39 for 1. As we take a look at the KL City skyline, Singapore don't have any big overs or skyscrapers, so to speak of. All their overs have just been under 10, and it sees them now requiring something that they haven't done, and it requires them to score at about 10 and over. And they've got the two youngsters out there in the middle, Girin Rahul and Jonty Scott, who's batting on 22 of 28, and up against a man with a lot of experience, Virendeep Singh, pulling left arm around. That's work to the sweeper for a single. Well, Shaidur, what have Singapore and Girin Rahul and Jonty Scott got to do here in order to get closer to this target?
Well, boundaries are the need of the hour right now. They need to score boundaries. Singles are not going to help because the required run rate now is over 10 runs per over. They need at least a boundary in each and every over.
The other thing that's not going to help are the dot balls that Malaysia seem to pile up.
And it's not going to be easy, especially against the spinners. We know how quickly Virandeep and Vijayuni likes to get through their overs. So as a batter, you need to adjust to the pace of the game as well.
Absolutely. Virendeep Singh, another bowler from Malaysia who likes to get through his overs very quickly and does not like conceding runs as well. As you can see, just the 2 runs coming off the first 4 deliveries. That's a driven well and a good half stop there from the skipper Said Aziz, who's at covers. And they come back for is that 2. That is a very good running if it is.
Yes, great running and great match awareness as well.
Final delivery of the 8th. It's hit through covers. That'll just be a single. So the first Virendeep Singh over comes to an end at the 8th of this run chase. Singapore are 44 for 1.
Yes, a very good over there. Good start for Virendeep Singh. 44 for 1. They need another 127 in 12 overs. And the two batters out there are trying to steady the ship and get a partnership going. But at the same time, they need to ensure that they score boundaries and some quick runs in here, or the batters coming in next will be under a lot of pressure. Well, a single down the ground after that boundary. Gideon Rahul is trying to make a move in here. They'll need plenty of those.
That's a cutaway to third. Another quick single. So that's hit uppish. It's straight to the fielder at third. A brilliant catch by Wahid. Well, Jonty Scott looking to go after Vijay Uni after he scored a boundary of the first delivery.
Well, finally, Akil Wahid redeeming himself. He dropped a sitter earlier on, but this time he held on. Good catch to see the back of Jonty Scott. He's played a good innings there. 31 of 35. Slightly slow in the circumstances.
Well, out walks the skipper Manpreet Singh. Well, with a tall task ahead of him. His side 50 for 2 in the ninth over. And, well, I'm afraid it just might be too much, but it's still 11.2 overs to go in this run chase. Anything can happen in this beautiful game of cricket, and especially in this format because it requires just one batter to make an impact, score some quick runs, and all of a sudden Singapore are right back in the game. They'll be hoping that their skipper can do just that. because the required run rate is now over 10 runs and over. So they've got to find a boundary or two every over now for the rest of the 11.2 overs. Shaidor Vijay Unni has bowled well. I'd say a little bit too short on the rare occasion, but otherwise he's bowled to plan.
Yes, he has done a good job so far. Very economical as well, and bowling through his overs quick. So Manpreet Singh, the captain of Singapore, on strike now.
Gets off the mark with his first delivery, so he's been around. Oh, beg your pardon, that's a couple of runs. So good running from both. We've seen this in the first innings, and now from Singapore, running between the wickets is something that they have really improved as they pick up a couple there. And it's going to be important that they pick up the runs as and when they can. Oh, Girin Rahul at the non-striker's end, not aware of Vijay Uni's speed. He is a very good fielder. And the ninth over comes to a close, 52 for 2.
It's very good fielding of his own bowling. And I would have liked to see Manpreet Singh coming into bat a bit earlier because he's someone who can really take the attack to the bowlers with a very young Singapore side. You need the experience to be out there as much as possible.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Shaidur. I think at the fall of Aritra Datta was when Manpreet Singh should have come out or could have come out and provided a little bit of guidance for the youngsters. As, they pick up a single. And just to add to that point, well, it's a high pressure situation, and you need a bit of experience out there in the middle. We saw that partnership between Girin Rahul and Jonty Scott just take a little too much time, and the runs weren't flowing. There were a few good shots, but just needed the experience to say when you score a boundary of an over, make sure it's not just that, pick up singles. So instead of just having perhaps a 4 or a 6 of the over, you end up with 8 or 10 in that over. And that's what the experience teaches you. Well, since Manpreet Singh has walked out there, that's exactly what's happened, although we're yet to see a boundary. Randeep Singh just pushing that one wide of the stumps. And great running from this pair.
This is excellent running. They're putting a lot of pressure on the fielders, keeping everyone on their toes. That's exactly what they need. If they can score a couple of twos in every over and then few singles, and they can score 7 to 8 runs for the next few overs, it will put the pressure back on the Malaysian bowlers.
Absolutely. And that being said, well, Singapore, a fairly young side, a very young side. And so there'll be a lot of trial and error. And, that one's worked towards long on. And I think that's going to happen. Perhaps giving the two youngsters a go and hoping that one of them steps up. But good signs for Singapore. The youngsters are providing a positive feedback. That wraps up the 10th over. Drinks will be had with Singapore on 57 for 2. And we'll take a short break and stretch our legs and come back to you when action resumes.
Well, we're back live here at the BAYUEMAS Oval. Singapore needs 114 runs in the next 10 overs. We are halfway into the second innings, 57 for 2. Well, Malaysia won the toss earlier today. They scored 170 in their 20 overs. And now Singapore are chasing 171. They find themselves in a space of bother. Required run rate now 11.40. And we'll have a change in bowling as well. The captain of Malaysia, Syed Aziz, coming back into the attack. He'll be bowling from the Negara end. And it will be Kirin Rahul on strike. That's beautifully driven through the covers. They're running hard. Couple of runs here.
Well, that break will have provided Singapore and Manpreet Singh to just reassess the situation and, well, perhaps change their batting plans slightly.
Again, good batting. They're hitting the gaps on frequent occasions.
Yeah, just a slower delivery there. You mentioned early on that Syed Aziz has the in his backup, and he's looking to execute that slow one, just providing a little bit of room for Rahul to pick up a couple.
Well, ball once again. Another slow delivery. Well, yes, I was talking about that delivery coming from the back of his hand. So he's bowling with the same arm speed, but the ball comes much slower at the batter. So as a batsman, you really need to pick that ball earlier or you're in trouble.
Absolutely. And what we've seen in the first three deliveries after the break is much more intentional batting from Singapore. And this pair, they are looking to run hard and pick up as many runs as possible.
So that's pulled away into the gap. That's running away. Well fielded. Virendip Singh had to make a lot of ground on that occasion.
Absolutely. So Manpreet Singh hitting that into the vacant mid-wicket region. So Virendip Singh coming around from long on and saving a couple of runs with a bullet of an arm.
Well, Virendip Singh is definitely one of the better fielders out there. Again, flicked off the pads. Pushing the fielders. Another couple of runs. This is excellent running out there.
Well, 7 runs, beg your pardon, 9 runs have been picked up as we take a look at the Thailand team making their way into the BAYUEMAS Oval. They are set to play Saudi Arabia later this afternoon at 2 p.m. Malaysia time.
Pulled away once again. One bounce to the fielder. This is good, positive batting out there from the captain of Singapore. End of the 11th over, 67 for 2.
And 10 runs coming off that over with no risks taken by both Kirin Rahul and Manpreet Singh. So a definite adjustment in the batting plans. And he's a bit tired. Kirin Rahul has been out there for 22 deliveries, batting on 21. Manpreet Singh, who's been there for 7, is batting on 8. As we take a look at the batting card for Singapore, Jonty Scott had a good day with the ball. Fortunately, a bit slow, but an important 31 runs. Singapore would have been wishing he could have gone on to make a big one, but not to be. Aritra Datta will be considering himself a bit unfortunate with the LBW decision. And there you have Team Saudi Arabia also waiting for their game later this afternoon. All the action coming to you from the BAYUEMAS Oval. And this is, of course, the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series of 2025. All the games coming to you from the BAYUEMAS Oval, which has been the hub in recent years. And it's provided the stage for some very entertaining cricket, I have to say. And another change in bowling, Pavandeep Singh being reintroduced.
That's in the air and over the top of the fielder. That's the first six for Manpreet Singh.
Well, what a good looking shot, and what a way to welcome Pavandeep Singh back into the attack. Don't see that too often from Pavandeep Singh, and he's not used to that kind of treatment, I'd say.
Mandeep Singh changing the angle, coming around the wicket. Better delivery. Probably slightly bit short. Oh, they're running hard once again. Challenging the fielder. Another couple of runs here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shaidur, this running between the wickets is going to take its toll on the batters. And, well, their fitness will definitely be tested. At the moment, they're doing it brilliantly. This pair of the skipper Manpreet Singh and Girin Rahul.
Well, these are professional athletes. I'm pretty sure they'll be okay with it. This time it's flicked off the pads and they're running hard once again. Another couple of runs. Brilliant batting here. A six to start with, then a couple of twos.
Well, and just like that, 10 off the first three deliveries. So, again, I'll go back to the point I was making. Definitely a lot more intent shown after that drinks break from both these batters and Singapore.
Well, definitely Singapore will need more good overs like this. This time it's played with soft hands. They won't take the arm of Virendeep Singh, rightly sent back by the captain, settling with one run.
I was just about to say it's, well, suicide if you decide to take on the cannon of Virendeep Singh, wisely choosing against it.
He just worked away on the onside for a single. It's very good batting here. One of the highlights of this partnership, they are not conceding too many dot deliveries. We have seen a single or a double almost every delivery. And when I was talking about it, a rare dot delivery there. A good end to the over after 12, 79 for 2.
Well, with the helmets coming out and going back, I think there was perhaps a thought of bringing back some paces, and they've decided against it. They will rely on Vijay Uni for the 13th over. And, well, I think on that last delivery there, Shaidur, Manpreet Singh will feel that he had missed out on a boundary opportunity. It was full and wide. He was looking to go after it. And I think a good comeback from Singapore with this partnership.
That's flicked away in the gap once again. But Ahmed Zubaidi doing a good job this time, keeping it down just to a single.
Some audience in the vicinity at the Biomass Oval. Just taking a little bit of a break there and a breather.
Oh, he's lofted that over the fielder. And a huge six down the ground.
Well, Manpreet Singh, he's not messing around. He wants to take this game down to the wire. He's hit that beautifully, almost very straight. And, a half a dozen picked up. And I'll tell you what, you were right, Shaidur. This pair is not looking to concede too many dot balls at the same time. What they've done well is they've picked up the boundaries.
A better delivery there from Vijay cut away for one.
87 for two, and what this partnership is doing, and the newfound purpose after the drinks break is it's kept that run rate in check. It's been hovering around the 10-11.
Well, definitely a change in momentum here. The Singaporean batters are trying to show some intent. I hope it's not too late. There's still plenty for to play for. 84 required of 7.2 overs. It's a big appeal, probably going down the leg.
Yeah, well, Singapore have 8 wickets in hand, so they are pretty set in that department. If they can get, as we take a look at that half-hearted appeal from Vijay Uni, they can get to 15 or perhaps the 16th over, and they need 12, 13 and over. Oh, they've gone up, and well, Manpreet Singh, who was looking very good and looking to stabilize this innings in this run chase, while chasing after one that's a bit wide.
Well, that was a sharp catch behind the wickets. Ainul Hafiz held on to a beauty. Malaysia will be
Tough
very
one.
happy to see the back of
Tough.
Manpreet Singh.
Just going back to that catch by Ainul Hafiz, it was a tough one, Shaidur. And well, that's how it stands. Manpreet Singh, the latest of the batters to depart after a very good knock, 26 of 15 deliveries. Unfortunately for Singapore, he's not going to be able to be there at the end. And 83 from 7 overs, and that run rate closer to 12 now. So it's going to need an innings of individual brilliance by one of these Singaporean batters. The batting lineup looks very young, and with the youth comes inexperience. And well, Singapore will be hoping that one of them can step up and get them closer to this target.
Well, that was the end of the 38-run partnership. Manpreet Singh getting 26 out of it. That's aerial, straight to the fielder. No runs there.
Aslan with his pads on, and the perhaps the next batter to come in. Yes, he's got to practice some boundary hitting.
That's a very good delivery once again from Virendip Singh, not giving the batter any room. Kiran Rahul trying to free his arm, played down the ground for a single.
Well, that partnership was looking very dangerous as they were finding boundaries and limiting the number of dot deliveries. So Malaysia will be very happy to see that Manpreet Singh is back in the dugout and will be looking to tighten the screws.
That's cut away into the gap, and that will race to the fence for a boundary.
Well, a fortunate boundary for Singapore and Sai Harsha, who had a very good day in the field, especially with his catching. And gets the outside half of the bat, races away at the BAYUEMAS Oval.
Well, it's a very quick outfield. The moment you beat the circle, it's always going to go for a boundary. And he's gone. Another wonderful catch there behind the stumps from Ainul Hafiz, and Virendip Singh gets his first wicket.
Top bowling from the champion player of Malaysia. You can see him giving credit to Ainul Hafiz. It was a tough chance. Definitely worth another look. Take a look at this for glove work. Staying low and then rising with the ball. He was in good positions there. Great glove work from Ainul Hafiz. The fourth wicket down now for Singapore. Sai Harsha, 4 of 2 for him. Not a long stay out in the middle. And Aslan Ali, who's impressed us with the ball, now has the opportunity to be the hero for Singapore and continue to impress at the international level. Comes in with his side in quite a bit of trouble. They need over 12 and over now. And well, Kiran Rahul, who's at the non-strikers end, is batting well with his score on 25 of 29. And that's been the problem, I'd say, is batters have not scored quick enough in this format. And it sees the equation quite steep for Singapore.
Well, Shai Harsha took 4 catches and he went out for 4 as well. So 4 could be his favorite number.
Well, Shaidur finding the dots and connecting the dots in approximately the most chaotic game for Singapore. And well, some method to that madness. 14 overs gone, 94 for 4.
Well, 77 required from the next 6 overs. It's a tall task. It's not going to be easy, especially against a formidable bowling side like Malaysia. The spinners are doing a wonderful job. Vijay into his 4th over. He will be bowling off. Decent spell from him. Took 2 wickets, giving away just 23 runs. He'll be bowling to the young man, Aslan Ali. Singapore will need some boundaries in here. He dances down the track, but not being able to get the connection. That's the Saudi Arabia squad.
Some fancy footwork there. Very sharp. And the equation for Singapore.
That's swept away. Straight to the fielder. Just 1 run.
Well, Shaidur, this equation is getting further and further away. Now required run rate 13 plus and over. They've got to find the boundary here.
That's a wild swing. I believe it missed everything. Yes, it did. Missed the bat and missed the wicket keeper as well.
I don't think you can fault Ainul Hafiz on this too much. He did his best to get behind the ball and just continued in with the angle. We did say that Singapore need to find the boundary, and with that 4 byes, they bring up the 100.
And he's got him. That's clean bowled.
Well, we saw Aslan Ali practice the big shots a little earlier before he came out to bat. Unfortunately, swinging across a straight one, not getting hold of it. His brief stay out in the middle, 1 of 4 comes to an end.
There's a very good delivery there from Vijay coming in with the angle and hitting the leg stump.
Well, 5 down now for Singapore. Mason Arthur works out to the middle.
Well, Malaysia doing the basics right in here. They definitely have a plan and they're executing it well out there. Attacking the stumps. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Slightly aerial, just away from the bowler. A single.
Yeah, uppishly played for that single by Mason Arthur, but he gets off the mark. Again, lots of youth in this in the ranks of the batting lineup for Singapore.
Big appeal there. Probably just drifting down the leg. Yes, definitely.
Well, 15 overs gone. Singapore 102 for 5. Well, looks a very uphill task from here, Shaidur, but Singapore will want to get as close as possible to this 170 and well, just reduce that deficit or that margin of between the total and where they get to in the end. That's how the match has panned out so far. Great batting from Virendeep Singh, 68 of 48. Saeed Aziz providing the impetus at the start, 37 of 24. And Akil Wahid, 25 of 21, unbeaten. Good day in the office for Jonty Scott with the ball, 1 for 17 from his 4. Daksh Pratap Singh picking up a couple of wickets in his final over, 2 for 38 for him. And Chandramouli bowling pretty well, 1 for 36 from him. But not much in terms of a batting display by Singapore. Manpreet Singh, the skipper, getting a good knock of 26 of 15, but he had to depart. And Jonty Scott just took a little too long, 31 of his 35 at the top of the order. And Girin Rahul continues to battle, 26 of 31. And the bowlers for Malaysia have done well in restricting Singapore in this run chase. Well, 102 for 5 with the final 5 overs about to unfold. It's Rizwan Haider will be bowling the 16th. Starts off with a dot delivery.
Well, Rizwan Haider has been very impressive today, making a comeback. He was dropped from the squad in the previous games, and definitely he's coming back strong. Very experienced campaigner.
To go after that one. Smart bowling from Rizwan Haider, keeping it wide of the stumps. A little bit of fun in the field. And why not? They've done well. They've got Singapore up against the ropes.
Well, Ahmed Faiz, he always enjoys his cricket, has been a great ambassador for Malaysian cricket with a lot of international experience, still playing out there.
That's a driven, but there is protection. Well, the running between the wickets continues to impress. As they pick up a couple there.
Well, a better throw from the deep, and Green Rahul was struggling to get to the non striking end. Well, he has been there for quite some time, faced 33 deliveries, and scored 27 runs. Slightly slow. The required run rate now creeping over 14 runs per over.
Well, Idol Hafiz is having one heck of a day behind the stumps. He's taken a couple of brilliant catches already, and then very quick to take off the glove and throw down the stumps. And it sees the end of Girin Rahul, who could not make his ground.
Well, this is brilliant. He had three stumps to aim at. Well, you need to
He's
execute those well.
he's
Another
definitely
wicket
not going
here.
to. Beg your pardon. He's definitely not going to miss out on that, Shaidur. Well, six down now with the score on 105. It seems like the breaks have well and truly been applied to the Singaporean innings after that partnership was broken between Manpreet Singh and Girin Rahul. And, well, since then, it's been all Malaysia in this contest. Worked away for another single. They're looking for two. They'll come back. So good running between the wickets with this pair, Chandramoli and Mason.
Well, he played it with soft hands, challenging the rocket arm of Virendip Singh. But excellent running once again. So young,
Fresh legs
fresh.
out in the middle. That's a slashed and slashed hard. It's beaten the field at point and it will race away to the boundary. And Rizwan Haider on that occasion providing a bit too much room.
It's a good looking shot there. Played on the up. So we have one more match after this. Saudi Arab will be playing against Thailand, and we can see on the big screen both the squads are warming up. Two matches for the day. An action packed day lined up here at the BAYUEMAS Oval.
Shaidur, I don't think you have to ask me which side I'm supporting. My heart is with one of those teams, and but Saudi Arabia definitely a very strong contingent. We will see later in action today. And Said Aziz has got the ball. He'll be bowling this 17th over, looking to wrap things up here for Malaysia. Starts off with a slower delivery.
Said Aziz will love to get a wicket or two here. and I can sense a lot of slow deliveries coming in this over. That's how he likes to bowl.
That's a slower bouncer, but a bit off target from Saeed Aziz. That will be one for the over. Another quick single. Fortunate to get away with that one. Saeed Aziz. It was a half tracker going down the pads. And, well, Mason Arthur not able to find the gap. Oh, that was almost carried back to Saeed Aziz. Definitely worth another look. See, a half chance, a difficult chance for Saeed Aziz, especially in his follow through. He had to get down low. That's hit down the ground. Not quite off the middle. Well, an opportunity for Mason Arthur and Chandramoli to get some much needed uh, match practice, get a few runs under their belt, get the exposure of batting at the highest level. Oh, that's off the inside edge. Ainul Hafiz again, sharp as ever. One delivery to go in the 17th. Say this is 23 of his 2.5. Work down the ground once again. And should just be one, is one. And 17 overs gone. Singapore are 117 for 6.
Well, a very decent over there from Said Aziz. 54 required of 3 overs, 18 runs per over required. It's going to be a tall task here for the batters out there. So, this is a fixture of the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series 2025. Earlier today, Malaysia won the toss and electing to bat first. They scored 170 runs, and in response, Singapore find themselves 117 for 6 after 17 overs. So Rizwan Haider will continue in here. A good slow delivery on that occasion. Rizwan Haider is bowling well. Is into his last over of his spell. Got a wicket off his very first delivery.
It was an important wicket of Aritra Datta. And, well, just singles here for Mason Arthur. Just going through the motions. And, well, Rizwan Haider's bowled very well in his 4 over spell, which he will be concluding shortly. You did mention, Shaidur, he's come back into the Malaysian setup. As that's hit straight to covers, and singles are not going to bother Malaysia too much. So good comeback for Rizwan Haider. And that's hit into the leg side. It's in the gap. Work for tries to do some footy skills. In the end, Mesnatha picking up a boundary. A good looking shot.
Well, slightly
Banging
short, and it was hit hard in the gap. Virendip Singh getting let down by his football skills on that occasion.
That's worked away into the leg side again. Looking to swing hard. Uh, Again, we did say Rizwan Haider making his way back into the Malaysian setup after a bit of a break. It's been a good 3.5 overs for him, 27 for 1. It was the important wicket of Aritra Datta at the top. And he'll want to close off here with another wicket if he could. Worked away once again into the leg side for another single. That concludes the 18th over with Singapore on 125 for 6. Well, the final 2 overs, a mere formality at this point, unless either Chandramuli or Mesnatha can find the boundaries more often than not. 46 from 12. Goes for the reverse sweep. Not a bad option. But Virandeep Singh very smart, not providing any pace on that occasion, mixing it up well. Once again, slower through the air. Well, trying to outsmart Virandeep Singh was Chandramoli, and Virandeep Singh refusing to be outfoxed. That's a good looking shot. It's in the gap, but there is protection. Brings a smile to Viren's face, and why not? He's enjoying this contest against the youngsters who are looking to take him on. And he's gone down the ground. Has he got hold of it? Yes, he has. And well, what a shot from Mason Arthur. He says, Virendeep Singh, you can toss him up. I'm going to try and take you on, and takes him on in style with a very good looking shot. Half a chance there, but it was always sailing over the boundary rope. So Mason Arthur with a half a dozen. A reverse sweep attempted off the leading edge. And well, that closes off the 19th. Singapore 135 for 6. Well, they need 36 from the final 6 deliveries. It's been done before. Is it going to happen here at the BAYUEMAS Oval in the opening game of the Malaysia Open T20i Quadrangular Series of 2025? Well, Saeed Aziz will try and ensure that that does not happen for Malaysia. And Chandramoli and Mason Arthur. Well, it's going to have to be Mason Arthur trying to hit 6 sixes. Well, it's happened a few times in cricket. 36th of the final over. Well, lots of positives for Singapore in the first game. Slow delivery. And, single taken. Now, if the next 5 deliveries are all legal deliveries, the target is a statistical uncertainty, or impossibility rather. But funnier things have happened. Don't think the experienced side this season is going to bowl too many extras. And Ainul Hafiz with some more great glove work as this pair from Singapore continues to run hard and try and reduce this margin. Slow ball bouncer from Said Aziz. Just guided down to third. That will be one for the over. It's been a commanding performance by Malaysia. Another single. And meanwhile, Singapore should not lose heart. They've done well. And well, with the lack of experience, I thought they bowled pretty well to restrict Malaysia to 170. And when you're chasing, experience is gold. We saw that. The batting looked good when Manpreet Singh and Giren Rahul were batting. It looked like they could perhaps change the complexion of this game, and then unfortunately for Singapore, they lost their skipper. And well, since then it's been downhill for Singapore. But plenty of positives that they can take away from this game. Youngsters stepping up, and especially with the ball and with the fielding. And the final delivery wraps things up as Malaysia seal the game and pick up their first win in this tournament. Handshakes all round. We talked about a spirited performance by Singapore. They shouldn't be too disappointed. In the end, just losing or Malaysia winning the game by 28 runs. So, yes, it's a stage of rebuilding for Singapore, and they will take plenty of positives out of this game. But Malaysia have run away with the win in the first game of this tournament, as that's how things unfolded. Malaysia winning the game by 28 runs. A good display with the bat from Virendeep Singh, Said Aziz, and Akil Wahid, the bowlers for Singapore, the youngsters, Daksh Pratap, Jonty Scott, I thought was the pick of the bowlers, even though he picked up just one wicket, going for just 17 of his four. Chandramouli also impressed, 1 for 36 from his four. He came into bowl at a stage where Malaysia were well and truly on top of the game. So well done to the youngsters. As far as the batting, Jonty Scott at the top of the order, 31 of 35. Yes, he got off to a start, but it was a slow start. Quite in contrast to what Singapore needed, chasing 170. And then we had that partnership between Giren Rahul, who got to 27 of 33, and Manpreet Singh, 26 of 15. But the bowling for Malaysia, tight as ever from their spinners. Vijay only picking up 3 for 25 from his four. Virendeep Singh, 1 for 25 from his four. And there's one header with that early breakthrough of Aritra Datta, 1 for 28 from his four. In the end, Malaysia sealing the game and winning it by 28 runs. We'll have the post-match presentation brought to you by Shaidur. And well, that's it for the Combox for the moment, don't forget we have a game coming up at the 2 p.m. Malaysia time. That is between Thailand and Saudi Arabia. But for now, from the com box, it's I'll see you soon.
Welcome viewers for the post-match presentation. So we have concluded match 1 here. Malaysia won this contest by 28 runs. They went into bat first, scoring 170 runs on the board, and in response Singapore managed to score 142. So I would like to have a word with the two captains, starting off with the captain of Singapore, Manpreet Singh. So Manpreet, a tough day for you. What do you think went wrong for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it was not a good day. I think team played well. I think all the youngsters played. A few of them played the first time today. I think I'm not that happy, but I would say there are performances we need to count it. Yeah, there were some performances. It was good to see.
So probably the top order, they went a bit slow. That could have been one of the causes as well.
Yeah, I would say we didn't really had a good start with the first 6 over. I think I would say if we would have capitalized 15 more or 20 more runs, I think would have been easily. I think maybe chase was on.
And it was wonderful to watch you have a lot of chat with the youngsters and motivating them. What do you think about your youngsters, especially your bowlers?
Yeah, I mean, they are doing a good job. I think there are a few things they didn't execute properly, but I think they are trying to go up. I think they are taking their responsibility as well. I'm quite happy with them.
So a lot of matches to go. So good luck for next of the games. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to call the winning captain, the captain of Malaysia, Syed Aziz. So Syed Aziz, you should be a happy captain right from the word go. You won the toss and you have won the game as well. So how do you feel right now?
Definitely, very happy about the performance. I think the batters batted well and did the things that we wanted to do right on the game, and I think everything fell in place, and we were very happy about it.
And you did an exceptional start, and unhappy not to get to a 50 after that start?
Definitely, I was coming on nicely, and I was a bit gutted not to get to 50, but we got a lot more games left, and definitely tomorrow we'll come back strong and get that 50 mark done, or even more than that.
Thank you for talking to us. Good luck for the next game.
Thanks.
Thank you. And there were some few special performances today. One of them came from Virendip Singh, 68 of 48. Vijay Onni, he took 3 wickets in his 4 overs, and John T. Scott scoring 31 and taking a couple of wickets as well. But before that, I would like to invite our match referee, Mr. Rakesh, and he will be handing over the Man of the Match award. The Player of the Match goes to Virendip Singh. So Virendip, let's have a word. So good batting out there. How difficult was it to bat out there?
I think it was slightly slower at the start, and I think the wicket got better as the game went on. But I think it was important for us to apply ourselves. We had a very good power play. I think Aziz and Zubaidi gave us a very good start. But after that, I think slowed down a little bit. But we were trying to look for a boundary and over. And yeah, I think it went well for us today.
Yes, very good to see you bat, and good bowling as well. Unlucky not to get too many wickets in there.
Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, it's about what the team requires me to do. I think as a bowler, I'm not really going for wickets. I think for me, my economy is more important. Not getting hit for runs, I think at that situation was very important. And just to contain the batsman and stuff. So yeah, good day overall.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thanks.
Congratulations. So that concludes the post-match presentation. We'll be joining you live for more action after this. Thank you.